Hello, children, boys and girls. I miss you guys so much. And I cannot wait until we are back together in church and in class again, and we can have lessons and play games and just have things go back to the way that they were. I just want you guys to know that I miss you so much, and I cannot wait to wrap you in my arms and give you such a big hug. But for today, I'm going to teach you guys our lesson through video. I do have my kitty cat back here. Say hi. This is Bandit. And I guess he's just going to take a little snooze back here while I teach you guys. So, last week, Sister Linnell taught about contending for the faith, striving for the faith, standing on our faith. Today, we're going to talk about that similarly, but we're going to talk about building up our faith. So our memory verse for this week is, Beloved, when I give you all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful of me to write unto you and exhort you that ye shall earnestly contend, fight for, stand on the faith that was once delivered unto the saints. And that is Jude 3. So today, I want to firstly talk about mercy. Does anybody know what mercy is? Well, mercy is having compassion and forgiveness and showing that towards somebody that maybe doesn't even deserve it. Like if you were sharing a toy with one of your friends and that friend was very careless and say they broke your toy. Everything in you would want to be so mad and not forgive your friend and hold that grudge against them. But that's not what Jesus tells us to do. He tells us to have mercy on people. So instead of being angry or not talking to your friend, we're called to forgive them, to tell them, you know what? I know it was an accident and it's okay. I forgive you. That's showing mercy for somebody. And God shows mercy to all of us, all of the time. Anytime you mess up, God's mercy is right there, ready to cover that mistake. And I know that God's mercy has been extended to me so many times, and I know that it's been extended to you. So we never want to take for granted God's mercy to us. And because he shows it to us, we are also called to show it to other people. So one thing I want you to do this week, really want you to try to focus on is showing mercy to other people, whether it's your brother, your sister, a friend, even your mom and dad. Just show mercy and kindness and forgiveness and just show the character of God. Now, I would show you my cell phone, but I'm recording on it. But I am sure that everybody watching this video knows what a cell phone is. There are so many different things that you can do on a cell phone. You can text people, you can call people, you can go on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. You can pull up maps to help you find different places to drive to so you know how to get there. You can use the calculator to help you do some math. You can play games. You can, there's just, it's endless. There are so many things that such a small device can do for us. But I think that the most wonderful aspect of a cell phone is the fact that with just a few clicks of numbers, you can talk to anybody that you love. You can call a friend up. You can call your mom up. You can call your sister. You can call your grandma. You can even FaceTime them, which is wonderful if you have an iPhone. But when someone isn't with us, we can use the phone to talk to that person. But it's not like that with God. You don't need to pick up your cell phone, dial up some numbers, and get on a waiting line to talk to God up in heaven, because He is with you all the time. He is everywhere. He is with you right now, wherever you are sitting watching this video. We don't need a cell phone to talk to God. I can talk to God right here on my living room floor. I can talk to Him when I'm praying down right by my bed. I can talk to Him in the car. I can talk to Him at the beach. I can talk to Him at the grocery store. There is no limit to where you can talk to God and pray to Him. And your prayer does not have to be fancy. It doesn't have to have big words and sound so elegant and I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for, but it doesn't have to be big and fancy. You can talk to God like you would talk to your best friend, or talk to your mom or your dad, or just somebody that you're close to. You don't have to say, "Oh, holy God, we worship you," which there's nothing wrong with that. But you can just simply come to God and say, "Jesus, I'm having a really hard time today," or "God, I just want to thank you for that blessing that you gave me today." Or you can, there's just so many different ways that you can talk to Him. He knows your heart. And even if you don't have the words to say, He knows what you need. And so I do want to talk about Daniel also from the Bible. And don't worry, this is all going to wrap together. So we know Daniel from the Bible as, Daniel in the lion's den. He got thrown in the den of lions and God protected him. But I want to talk about the time that Daniel got to encounter an angel. Now, how would you act, or how would you react if you were to see an angel? Now, me personally, I would probably just be so shocked. I would just stare. I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, I would probably want to talk to the angel, but I'd be so stunned by the beauty and the glory on this angel. So there was a while back in Daniel's life that King Nebuchadnezzar and his armies attacked Daniel's city, and him, along with so many other of his people, were taken captive. And a lot of these people, the Babylonians conquered these empires, and they wanted the best and the brightest young men. And they wanted to bring them up in the Babylonian way. And the Babylonians taught these people how to walk like them, how to talk like them. But then they wanted Daniel to worship their gods. And that's where Daniel had to draw the line. And he said, "No way. I am not worshiping your gods. I only worship the one true God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." So he stood for his faith in the face of the Babylonians. But King Nebuchadnezzar at the time, it didn't really bother him. He was okay with Daniel worshiping God. But some of his other advisors and the people of the Babylonians were not okay with this, and it really upset them. And then God showed Daniel a vision, and he knew that the vision was true, and it made him so sad. He wanted to know more about this vision that God had given him. So he prayed and he fasted for a whole week and got no answer. So he prayed and fasted for a second week and still had no answer. He prayed for a third week, 3 weeks, 21 days. He did not eat, and he was praying, and he still had no answer. But then on the 24th day of that month, he was walking with some of his friends by the Tigris River, and he saw a man, but it didn't look like any regular man. His clothes were white, and his belt was made out of pure gold. The only way he could describe it was that he looked like a precious gem. It was incredible. His face flashed like lightning, and his eyes flickered like torches. His arms and feet glimmered like polished bronze. and his voice roared like a huge crowd. If I saw that, I would be like, whoa, I'd be a little scared of this. But then they came to find out it wasn't a man at all. It was an angel of the Lord. His friends that were with him could not see the angel, but they got scared and ran away. So Daniel was alone with this angel, and he was terrified. Wouldn't you be? I'd be embarrassed to tell you, but I'd probably faint. And that's what Daniel did too. He fell to the ground, and the angel's hand reached down and lifted him up. He was so afraid and he was shaking. But then the angel told him, "Don't be afraid. You are very precious to God. Since day one, God has heard your prayers and has seen your humility." He sent the angel to answer Daniel, but for the last 21 days, there was a spiritual prince over the kingdom that fought to keep the angel from getting there. And then Michael, which is one of God's chief angels, came along to fight by this angel's side. So the angel was there to assure Daniel that God heard him. You know, it can be discouraging at times when you are praying for something or for someone and you don't see your prayer being answered at all. You don't see any improvement. It is so easy to get discouraged, guys. And I know that it can be really frustrating too. But I want you to know that God always hears your prayers. Every single prayer, even the prayers you don't pray out loud. When you're just thinking in your head and you're praying, "Jesus, I need you to help me." He hears that. But the thing is that he works on his timing, not ours. And we have to trust God that he sees everything, he knows everything, he hears everything. And everything is under his control. And we can rest peacefully knowing that no matter what happens in our life, God is there for us and he knows. And being able to trust in God will build our faith in him. And I just want to encourage you today that if you are going through something or you're praying and praying and praying and praying about a situation and you don't feel like you see the hand of God moving, he is. He hears you and he is with you always. So I just want to encourage you guys today. So at the end of this lesson, I just want to end in prayer. So if you guys want to bow your head and close your eyes, we're just going to end this lesson in prayer. Jesus, you know the needs represented here today. And I ask that you would be with each and every boy and girl in this class. And I pray that you would help us to trust in God the way that Daniel did. Help us, Lord, to increase our faith in you and to trust in you. In Jesus' name, amen. So thank you, boys and girls, again for coming to this lesson. I miss you so, so much. And I cannot wait to be with you guys again when church fully opens back up and we can have class. I miss you guys so very much. So thank you again for joining, and I hope you guys have a blessed week. Bye-bye.